Alright, hello, and welcome back to the Castlevania Aria Randomizer tournament for Spring 2023. This is a losers round 2 match, best of 3 between Derxu and Vlad. All 3 matches will be played today in a row, if need be. Well, if need be, if we need 3 matches, not in a row if need be. It will be in a row. I'm joined here with Smilefires as co-coms and also tracking.
Yep, that guy's Barracks. He's scouting out the competition a little bit.
Yep. Whoever wins this is going up against me, and by going up, I mean going down. Starting off, we're going to have this hammer shop, random, whatever's in it. Dracula's tunic is very expensive, but also one of the best pieces of armor in the game. And that Persephone soul is some good healing if there's not a lot in the seed. There's also a Cataplepus in there, which can be good because this is stat rando, and enemies can be randomized to be weak to stone, which will give you double damage. Right now, it looks like Derxu has that rapier from starting gear, and Vlad sold the rapier.
And just punching.
Nope. No range. We're a bit faster, I think. That Malphus off the start's pretty nice, especially because you're going to get Panther at the top of this room, probably. Nope. There's the Cataplepus. Good thing neither runner bought in the shop.
Yeah, that would be a little bit of a feel bad using half your starting money on it.
But I didn't think that was Panther. This is a Panther first preset, so one of these first 6 checks is going to be guaranteed to be Black Panther, which is the dash and movement soul. Minus HP, minus defense, Creaking Skull goes down very quickly.
And we've only got 6 majors in Castle Corridor here, which is not a lot for a place with 20 checks.
It does make me think either it's going to be, I think it's going to be like a very spread out seed. You're going to see a lot of like 3s and 2s. That's my prediction for the seed, at least. We can see this with the blue number next to the HP, which shows the number of soul canisters and ancient books within an area. And the ancient books are what tell us what we need to access Go mode. Vlad's heading up here. Derxu does a trick with Malphus to clip onto the edge of that platform and enter the vanilla transition to Gardens.
And it is empty in here, but there is another exit out of here that Derxu could go up and check.
Technically, I think Trident's better.
Also could check the minor checks along the way and just see what equipment or consumables are lying around.
Yeah, the stuff is weighted, but you can always find that nice claim solace somewhere in the seed. There's a red book for Vlad. Beat Cemetery Boss. So, in differing in this preset from the previous tournament presets, now, previously the books were just going to be 3 souls you had to be equipped. Now, at least one of the books is going to be a boss that you have to have killed before fighting Graham. There are 7 bosses in that pool, and we have Cemetery for our first one, so when they find Cemetery, they'll have to go kill that boss. No slides, so Vlad can't continue, and Derxu found top floor, but can't do anything there. Thankfully, it's right next to a warp, and also a Garden's next to a warp, so if he grabs the inner quarters warp, it's a great way to get back to top floor and go to Gardens once you've killed Julius.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Top floor also only had 1 thing in it.
And also even quarters with only 3, I think, because he grabbed 1 there. So, pretty empty. Choosing to head left instead of going up into Chapel. Much easier area for the gear that they don't really have. But I think he wants to grab the warp now and head back to the start of corridors.
It looks like Vlad is also going to follow Derxu this way.
With Malphus, there's 2 checks at the start of Castle Corridors that Derxu will be able to grab, and 1 that he'll be able to see now. And if he goes a bit further in, there's another check, which could be the 3rd remaining check for him.
Coming in on right side inner quarters is always tough because you got a boss blocking you from going to the left, and you can't save before the boss.
Yeah, and with boss rand, I mean, it's like, alright, am I walking into a Legion? And then with stat rando, is that Legion gonna deal 300 damage a hit? Galamoth through the wall for Vlad with that whip sword. Useful for the first time, like, ever.
Yep, that was on the way up to this vanilla dance hall door, which is the arena with 4 things.
That's really good.
Arena, very tough area. Gargoyles are not doing a lot of damage, actually.
I think Vlad might have Dracula's tunic. I don't know if they were able to, if he was able to sell for that.
Well, that's pretty good then.
So unless something in there is plus attack, it shouldn't be that bad. Just need to stay safe and make it to the save.
Plus attack like those skeletons dealing 20 to Derxu.
Oh boy. There's Galamoth for Derxu as well. You're probably going to see that red book in just a minute now heading up. So he'll clear out corridors up top as well. This Wrecking Ball is always a pain. Sometimes the lubricants will stay far enough away that you can hit it without them aggroing on you. But in this case, well, you just gotta deal with it. Not gonna kill that 500 HP lubricant with a whip sword.
Yeah, nothing to make that Wrecking Ball much faster either.
That's flight. But more importantly, it's the flight that is most helpful in Arena. The other two challenge areas here, one is slide locked and the other has a trick where you can flip through a wall with Bat, which is allowed. So finding Bat in Arena does allow Vlad to do both of those checks if he so wishes.
Now Derxu's got that red book as well and has completed all the important items in Castle Corridor. Could keep going to the right to see what other door is at the way end of Castle Corridor if he wants.
Looks so. I've seen a lot of areas already, so I'm thinking this might connect to like Reservoir.
And Vlad got a Rahab sword behind the giant skeleton with the candle check.
Well, that's very good. It's both high damage as well as an element which enemies can now be weak to, for just even better damage.
Do a quick save before going into these tougher giant bat helpful rooms.
If you can't tell why this room is hard, it's because there's conveyor belts and flying enemies and Medusa heads and spikes and a slide locked puzzle and also a demon that will appear right in front of that slide. On the contrary, all this room has is enemies that hit for 130.
Yeah, no big deal.
Ooh.
Well, okay, that's why we save.
The check. Now now Vlad will have to go back just to see what that soul is.
Derxu found the bottom of Clock Tower at the end of Castle Corridor and can't do anything in there without Skula.
It is good to have it cleared off, though. Even just, you don't have to head down through a Clock Tower later, and you can warp back if you forget the one of the Clock Tower exits. Welcome to the laggy room. If you don't kill these Valkyries, your game will just stutter all the way up. Demon Lord's good, though.
And DDR room contained Curly as well.
Definitely worth keeping. Yeah, Big Golem should be doable. Just play it safe, because even with armor, a plus attack Big Golem can be scary. That's a weak to poison.
Well, he is a healthy boy. As Derxu finds Balor with plus HP.
Ooh. Yeah. That'd be a tough fight there. I think that reset probably lost him a Clock Tower Warp. But now he can go right back, okay.
Yeah, just gonna re-grab that real quick. Big Golem is guarding coffee.
You never know when you need it. I think that does mean last check here is going to be Burst Room. So that's going to be fun to get. And then if it's something good like, I don't know, Yellow Soul, Red Soul, or Blue Soul again, because we don't have either of those books, so it could be a required soul for those. Then you'll have to make it all the way out with it.
We flew through that one tile gap.
Oh, Skula. It's required to beat the game. There's one screen in Chaotic Realm that you need School for. And it also locks off, like, probably a dozen checks and a couple area exits just by being underwater. So having Skula early is very important. Plus HP Manticore. Love it.
Alright, well, Manticore is down. Derxu is going to be able to check what's at the top of this room.
More punches. Seen a lot of punches this seed.
Armor Fire, which I think is an upgrade for him.
Aranus. That could be good for that Velour. Just get more XP from it. And we saw Derxu come down to this reservoir exit earlier, but now that Vlad has Slide, he'll actually be able to continue beyond this. Slide, wow. With Skula.
So not doing the... Oh hey, Red Book.
Carries pretty good.
But did they check Merman Room?
No, they can't.
Vlad has Bat.
They can, but he didn't. Vlad also has Hippo. Oh, Slime for Derxu. Very good soul, especially against Chaos. Hopefully we'll see it. We haven't seen it in the past couple of seeds that we had Slime in this tournament, so I'm holding out hope.
Yeah, it hasn't really got to show off its true power. That brrr.
Arc Demon as well, very good soul. You can get some good healing in the shock.
This has been a great Belfry for Derxu. Oh, well, it's not a very helpful area exit, but...
Yeah, without that, you can't really check the other exit right over, but you can get a random succubus from Zombie, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So, if you combine Succubus and Arc Demon, that's like your MP's problem solved. Heal up, get hit, heal back up. Glad grabbing the warp there, heading over to Waterfall. Yeah, just tank those Dreads. Couple checks here, and with Fight you can check all of them, as well as see what's behind the wall here. And if that is a canister, you'll be able to break it through the wall. But it's running.
Won't be able to get what's behind the waterfall if it's a book, but... Can at least peek it. Speed Curry.
Wow, a lot of healing in that one screen. 1400 HP. Or, no, 1300 HP.
It's keeping very fresh next to the Flesh Golem.
It's not like the Flesh Golem is going to eat it. Flesh Golem only likes rotten food.
That is true. Derxu has found the arena with 4 major items and is going to take a look in.
That was some snazzy movement. Ducking into the corners to dodge the gargoyles. Grunting, also a good weapon to have. Poison element, so if an enemy is weak to poison, you can hit it with that grunting, and it'll take double damage for the rest of its life.
Yeah, I could have used that a bit ago.
Short sword, not elemental, not good. And here's another part of Clock Tower. I like this because now you know 2 exits of Clock Tower, so you can just exit to the top right without any worries of leaving something behind.
And you can do everything here too.
Yeah, easy boss. Not Legion.
Not too worried about Headhunter. And Yasutsuna doing pretty good damage as well.
Yeah. Pulse attack could be a bit scary on the 3rd round, but these first 2 should go down pretty quickly. Third round is just a lot harder to predict.
Just doing 50 as contact damage, boy.
Yeah. Derxu got that bat. Immediately heading to go grab his Skula. Oof. Vlad takes a death to the poison breath.
Well, okay, it's Clock Tower. That save is right there. Alright, and Skula acquired. Derxu just doing these doors right in order without too much revisiting.
Good dodge that Medusa head. Love when they just come from off screen.
Time to fly through the wall. It's not actually a wall.
It's not actually a wall, only sometimes, only in some places. It's still mostly a wall. Like half a wall, maybe.
All walls contain at least 60% wall.
I don't know if it can complete that requirement. I think the back path might be hollow.
I believe there is one filled tile in it. And Headhunter dropped Valkyrie, which is a nice pickup.
Holy element, so if there's any holy weak enemies, or bosses especially, that's going to be a good red soul to equip there. And Derxu's cleared out Arena.
Yeah, holy kind of a common weakness for this game. If they retain that weakness, you can beat up enemies pretty easily.
Yeah. Legion, I know, is weak to holy in the vanilla game. So unless he is specifically resistant to holy by the stat random. Same for any other enemy. They just keep their vanilla ones unless overwritten.
Yeah, when you're seeing these stat rando readouts, they're basically like the differences from the vanilla enemy.
And then if there's none, you just see the vanilla name. It's like, wow, I'm not used to reading actual names. What is this? What's a bomber armor? I only know armor. Mimic there, probably not going to see any use, but we don't have yellow book, so it could be the required yellow soul. It's really more of a casual play soul when you need to farm 300,000 gold for soul leader ring. Well, yellow book, so nope.
Yeah, beat the arena boss.
I know Vlad did that. Did Derxu do that after grabbing bat on those checks?
I'm not sure, because, like, Big Golem is kind of a blink and you miss it thing, and I believe he would have full cleared arena by that point, so would not have wanted to go for the check.
Yeah. He might have just reset right back to his arena save. No, clock tower save. Okay. So we can go down to the warp and clock tower if you wanted to. Vlad a bit low. Heading for that warp.
Oh, Forbidden Area's got a thing in it.
Oh boy. Chances it's the blue book.
I mean, I know where the blue book is, but...
Wow. Spoiler log.
There's only 2 checks in the Forbidden Area. There being one major in here seems to happen relatively often, because it is...
That's always the last check, too. Can't ever be claim wall. Okay, it's claim wall. Forget I said anything, but it's Creek. Duke backdash. Not what you want to see.
I feel like we've seen that happen a couple times as well. I go, hey, it's a major item. Oh, I already have that.
Yeah. It's the dupe backdash, the dupe Skula. It's like, at least give me a soul that I won't use. Don't just show me something I already have. Oh, the better side of inner quarters. And with Galamoth, you can do the Galamoth checks here.
It is a rune ring. Okay, that's one of them down.
Good usage of the fish head to hit that through the wall.
So Laura Yoon, that's a decent pickup. Our last remaining book has to be a soul book, so any blue souls you see, you definitely want to keep at this point.
No, Derxu. Galamoth. Well, entering into Balor here. Got a lot better gear than last time. Actual weapons, so... Let's see how this one goes. I believe he was resistant to water.
Yeah, so don't use that Rahab sword. Blur's kind of tough.
Yeah, was he also plus HP?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would take him a hot minute. So... Check Galamoth. No.
I think nobody went up the tower, so I don't think it has to be Galamoth, but... Like, you just do that if you have access.
Yeah, it's really fast. And Vlad's cleared out Chapel here. Grab the work and pick his next location. I do want to see some more reservoir clearing. I haven't seen Eastern here. Or alternatively to go look for some exits because I don't think we've seen Dance Hall. And with Flight, I mean, we also haven't seen Top Floor with its one check, I think you said?
Yep.
That's always an option.
I mean, I like the reservoir play. Vlad also could clean up inner quarters. This is a pretty big number among the things that Vlad has left.
And with Nightmare, that Balor shouldn't be as bad.
Alright, now Derxu's into reservoir. Gonna catch up a bit on speed when he's able to get around to that hippogriff.
Oh, would you look at that?
Okay then. Yeah, so areas can wrap onto themselves just like that.
Now, Rush Soul and Undine not required. Level 5, I do not believe is high enough to make it up, so Derxu is waiting for full MP, and then can use that mind up to try and get the last
has
little bit. That is the downside of Bat. It requires MP to use to fly, whereas Hippogriff is just the L button.
Then just do a big jump. He's got that Yasutuna as well.
Making that Balor fight a lot easier for Vlad. And the double hits from Nightmare too, very nice.
Got the Graham, a very lightweight sword.
I can't even remember its flavor text. That's how little I've looked at it.
Isn't it just like legendary sword Graham?
That sounds right. I only know like the ultimate magical sword, Dainsleif.
I mean, you could always have the katana description. Shoutouts to No Descript Sword.
A golem and a man shaped like a man, or whatever. The same description for every single golem.
A man-like
With, like,
creature made out of soil. Balor is down.
so much XP. And a Persephone soul.
Galamont? No.
I think he needs to do Stormy Tower.
Okay. This is acceptable.
I do remember we saw Derxu do this earlier.
Okay.
I talked about how it gets laggy. Okay, so never mind. There isn't anything down the left, because last check's that other Une. I guess Derxu reset after picking up something in her quarters.
I think it would have to be the lower item, because I think he was the one walking around with Demon Lord.
We still get to see what's in Calamouth, though. You know? Claim. Demon's Mail.
Ascalon
Positron. Okay. That's pretty good. Was that a book that I just saw on Derxu's screen but didn't actually see? He was closing his menu when I looked.
I believe you would be correct. I will figure out.
Nice.
Book 2 is Final Guard from Flame Demon.
Oh boy. I don't think we've seen that soul, and that's not an awful farm. We have Rahab Sword, so as long as it's not resistant to water, it should go pretty quickly, but there's only 2 in the game. One in Forbidden Area and one at the front of Cemetery. So
Yeah. Which we actually need to be in Cemetery anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see where these last couple of areas are.
Yeah, only one way into the cemetery, just gotta keep going through right doors.
Now, do you think Cemetery connects to Locked Top Floor? Or does Cemetery connect to, like, Dance Hall?
I think Dance Hall. And they're both in top floor.
We'll get to find out in a second. But Vlad, missing that blue book. Didn't check that when he had the chance of that. So that could be a bit of a time loss if he ends up... If there ends up not being a duplicate. 50% chance for there to be a duplicate of any given book, as we saw with that red book. Right next to the blue book, actually.
And the one major was just Peeping Eye. So there
Still
still could be good gear in here.
Yeah, you could equip Peeping Eye to check the breakable wall where you found Peeping Eye.
Actually, it was behind the Final Guard, but like you could take it.
I'm just wrong then.
Hey, shoutouts to Durandal.
Oh yeah. Very good straight sword. That's within a seed with Ascalon and Positron Rifle. Unless you're more comfortable with that short hop cancel, the land and cancel weapons like Durandal. I think Ascalon's just the better weapon in most cases.
It's really unfortunate that Merman Room is about to be the story of the seed.
It's always those one-off checks in Reservoir.
Because Vlad has the gear.
Yeah. Like, even if Derxu gets, like, Go mode soon, Vlad could make up time through just better combat with his better weapons.
Derxu finds the other entrance of Study, knows it is complete garbage.
Does he know that?
Yeah, because he found the slide lock door already, and he has the books and knows that he needs Cemetery or Final Guard.
Right. I'm very smart.
I mean, maybe Final Guard is in there, but...
Yeah, but if you're already gonna go find Cemetery, may as well do that first.
Flame Demon is a vanilla enemy dropper for a soul you need to beat game, so it's got already a kind of decent drop rate.
Derxu, very low HP. Vlad is back in Reservoir. We might see him after he clears Eastern, notice that he still has a check left. Head back and find that in our Marine room.
Yeah, it was the higher percentage play, so it makes sense.
Yeah, Derxu doing Arena Boss.
So we're missing Death and Legion. And great armor?
Great armor. I think, yeah, great armor too.
Oh no, the horses. They can't hit that. Oh, it's slide.
So one of them is dance hall, one is cemetery, one is study. Trying to move fast, you can hit the needles, but then you run into a platform instead. Probably just thinking, where are these exits that I haven't checked? Where are all these areas?
Yeah. There is a door over by... Well, no, they checked that reservoir door.
So I think it's the castle corridors. The first flight lock door, which connects to dance hall, and then dance hall connects to cemetery.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I've been through that door. Have not been through the school door, maybe?
I think they saw the other side of the school door, but I don't know.
It's one of those times where I'm not actually mapping, so I don't know.
Just map off of intuition, and then I'm wrong. It's like, oh, never mind. Sending me. We already actually saw this area. Saw that door.
Yeah, I guess Vlad might want the checks.
Yeah, because he still doesn't know where Blue Book is, so he doesn't know. He doesn't have that, so he's like, alright, it might be here.
And Death is here, so Legion is still out there.
The Vanilla Legion Cemetery.
And yep, that top floor entrance was bottom of the dance hall.
I'm just heading straight through, get to cemetery, hopefully. Two checks here, so that's a good odds, honestly, for finding Final Guard. Also, the Flame Demon is not only not resistant to water, it's just vanilla. It's just Flame Demon. Not Flame Demon. There we go. Good play with that big episode.
Back for that in a bit. Vlad has finished off Death.
Duplicate Skula.
Thanks.
Great placement. Love it. If the last check here for Vlad is Kicker Skeleton, that'll be very sad.
And it was great armor in here.
Okay. So, just don't go fight the boss and dance on, everything will turn out fine.
I mean, there is a check back there.
True. Oh, that's very lucky for Vlad. Duplicate of the book. So
Nice.
he has all his books now. There's Final Guard. I did not know there was a Flame Demon in that room. There's 3 Flame Demons in the game.
Well, now you do.
Spreading misinformation.
You can do an entity search and just see where they all are.
You'll have to teach me.
Okay. Well, I believe that's go mode for Derxu. Yeah, because he's beaten the cemetery boss.
Mm-hmm. Beat Arena, and I found Final Guard right there. So, off to top floor. We get to see the stat roulette for the final 3 bosses. These can range from incredibly easy, like alright, minus attack, minus HP, and also weak to every element, to I do not want to take 300 damage from Julius. Why?
Time to use the oft-ignored dance hall warp.
I kind of like getting dance hall warp, because so often it connects to something without a warp. It's like, oh, here's garden. And then you just gotta go back and get the dance hall warp.
Or here's cemetery.
Yeah. Derxu pretty low, but it makes it through. If you watch your health, you can just tank everything in that room once you know their stat randos.
And bosses are guaranteed to roll a buff, so that's also a factor in the roulette.
Sadly, that buff can be something boring like resist stone. Plus HP minus attack weak to something.
I think it was curse.
Love that. Oh, Derxu is very low level though. He didn't kill Valor, did he? Well, very low. Decently low level.
That seems like a level where you have not killed Lamar.
Yeah, I think you hit like 500 if you just kill Valor and nothing else. But normally around like 512 HP.
So there's a lot of room in here for Vlad to accelerate once he's able to find Cemetery.
Decent damage with Curly, but just that level difference, only hitting like 16 with Durandal.
Yeah, Vlad's level 19.
We saw Derxu was level 5 at the clock tower, or not clock tower, in Reservoir.
Yeah,
Especially how much he's gained since then.
He's 10 right now.
Yeah. One of the things with the new objectives, including bosses, is that you're a lot more incentivized to go out of your way to kill bosses if you don't know what the books are. But on the other hand, if you do know what the books are, it's like, oh, I'm not going to go kill Legion. Why would I go kill Valor? I don't need to do that. But then you're missing that XP later.
I think Vlad hadn't seen that door, so just picked up the beef curry, had a moment there. And so he's going to see Forbidden Area as well.
That's phase 2.
Graham phase 2 is where you need any required souls in the seed equipped. Needed for the final hit of phase 2. And Final Guard is not a terrible one to have, but is valuing the damage dealing from Curly at the moment.
And since it's plus HP, you can do a bit more damage than you'd normally be comfortable with, I think. Don't quote me on that. Nobody knows how plus HP Graham really works. I love that was able to hit twice sometimes. Like, that's so cool.
The room is like just shaped correctly for that.
I've never seen slime in this fight. Hey, I did get backdash. Graham 2 down.
Can equip whatever he wants at this point, so they put Curly back on.
No slide, so this last phase could be a bit scary if that beam laser is trying to shoot you while the hands keep you hemmed in.
You did end up getting Hippogriff, so it could get iframe value that way.
Very cool. If you touch the laser ring, you get 80 some iframes.
Hasn't Vlad seen all these exits out of Inner Quarters?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe really... Well, he's fought Valor. I'm not sure I know what's happening right now.
I think he was looking for the exit he hasn't seen, and is just forgetful. And it's like, alright, I don't know where it is, I'm just going to do all the checks. That's usually how I go about it after I give up. It is 82 iframes.
That's a lot of iframes.
Yeah. 1.3 seconds. Third phase of Graham does have more HP than the first two. Well, than either one of the first two. Being 1500 for the first phase, second phase, and then 2000 for third phase. But how that changes with stat rando, again, I'm not sure.
It's arguably the most dangerous phase in phase 3 as well, but it's down.
Very nice. Couple checks here. We could see some good weapons. We could also see samurai armor and ancient belt. No, you get what you get. And also kickers, totally in chaotic.
I feel like if I was Vlad, just like go back to Castle Corridor, recenter yourself.
Mm-hmm. Derxu choosing to warp to Castle Corridors rather than just run through top floor.
Yeah, shop time.
Man, have we seen the upgraded shop?
That is no
Well,
upgrades.
Derxu doesn't have it, so I'm gonna say we still probably haven't seen it. But get that Dracula's tunic if you haven't already. There were some cream puffs I saw. So if you have the money, may as well grab some.
Yeah, they're a little bit pricey. You could get up to 4 maybe. Bought something else as well, the Dracula's tunic, I think.
Yo! Let's go, Vlad. Found his way. Alright, so now it's a bit of a race here. Derxu needs to finish killing Julius in Chaos, while Vlad is just running through Cemetery, grabbing that blue soul, and then entering his own final boss gauntlet with more levels and better gear. I do think that if you already warped to corridors, it would be faster to just run through corridors.
Yeah. Sizable agree.
Well, I don't know, because it's the closer exit of floating gardens anyways.
It'll definitely take less of your HP away.
Yeah. Yo, coin ring. Just doing some last checks for any more healing, I bet.
Milk and sword.
Vlad, equip Positron rifle. I'm sure Flame Deepen doesn't resist fire.
He's also figured out the Rahab's tech.
150, damn. I think Derxu was hitting for like 104. Sad that Vlad is farming this before going through the area, though.
Yeah.
But pretty lucky, though, so not... Ooh. I didn't actually read Julius' stats, but I'm gonna assume plus defense is one of them. Vlad?
Minus HP plus defense.
Fun. Did Vlad kill Cemetery Boss? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And this is where that level difference really comes in. Higher level enemies, you really gotta do a lot of damage, or higher defense enemies, you gotta do a lot of damage to get past that defense. Whereas, like, if they're low defense, you can just chip through. But once you're dealing 2 a hit, compared to Vlad's probably gonna be dealing like 15, 20, if I were to guess. It's gonna be a big time difference.
Vlad did kill the cemetery boss.
Okay, good. I just didn't notice it at all. That's great armor for you.
Yeah, it just dies in 5 seconds, why not? But he actually did that first, like he killed the boss and then didn't check the items past great armor and then just went back and did the farm.
It's a choice. Worked out. Yeah, 80 off Curly, but Derxu was hitting 36. This is what a Balor kill does to you. I kinda hate this for Derxu.
A big 2. 20 with Curly.
At least he has Ring equipped.
Yeah, we got hot and cold running HP and MP. Just need to not take too much damage at once. And the fight will end someday.
remember to equip Arc Demon when you're gonna get hit. Good usage of Nightmare there. Vlad can't use Curly because he has to have his Final Guard equipped. So, using his MP on that Red Soul instead.
You need a Cream Puff to stay alive.
You don't want to be in one-shot territory against Julius, because his patterns are kind of scary sometimes.
It's not a ton of healing. It's a Super Potion, 2 Cream Puffs, 1 Cream Puff now. And a Pudding.
It's not especially good, but he does have Succubus. Succubus, Persephone, and Allura Une. So outside of Dryad, that's all the healing you can get from Souls. Grab down.
I think you forgot Garni's favorite giant worm.
I did. Yes, I did. There's 5 healing? Dude, that's like a 20th of the souls just to heal. A 20th. It's not.
I mean, wait till you find out how many of them are just like
projectile.
Static stat boosts.
Yeah, that's what?
9?
10?
Are you counting Headhunter?
No. If I'm counting Headhunter, it's 11. There's 4 each for strength and int, 2 for luck.
Oh, only 2 for luck, okay.
Did you forget Ghost Dancer?
No, I just can't count.
Oh, okay. Common issue. Is this why you always equip the Gram Souls before Gram 2?
Probably.
At least that Curly damage is more than 2. That's what I'll say. It's more than 2.
Yep, Vlad is here at level 20.
Yeah, we're gonna see a very big damage difference here. 41. Huge, I'm telling you.
Yasutsuno doing double 5s with Succubus could be big. Not sure if Vlad has Succubus.
I don't think so. I think he should equip Ascalon and not use Gungnir.
Yeah, Gungnir is going to be way too low on raw damage.
Yeah, hitting 6 times the damage with that Durandal.
Yeah, this is where levels come in handy. They're basically just a flat 1 on everything you're doing. So 1 additional damage per hit. With 10 additional levels, that's plus 10.
Yeah, that's definitely the pattern. It also gives you 1 additional HP. It's level 500. I can understand not using Ascalon here, because that's a heavy weapon, you'd have to backdash cancel it. Otherwise you're stuck in the animation every time, and Julius can punish you for that. But I just think it'll deal like 50 more damage as base, so hitting like 30 is fair to guess. Alternatively, Positron Rifle. 29 is pretty close to 30.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, I always like straight swords and stuff for Julius, but...
Yeah, I just find that, especially on phase 1, you can just hop into the air repeatedly. He'll whip, you come down. He'll whip, you go back up, and you come down with a hit. It's a pretty easy pattern.
Maybe he's just thinking Positron is not going to cut it, and Derxu has switched over to Allura Une for healing.
Yeah. He does not want to use any more of his healing here. He's already trying to conserve it. Like, can I take a hit here? Alright, I'm not healing them. Try to use Succubus instead.
I believe Vlad just chugged a Highmind up to try and get some hits in with Curly.
Makes sense.
This is minus HP Julius, by the way.
I love Julius. This is kind of the thing with stat rando. In the vanilla game, in the non-stat rando, you have a feeling of what you need to win the game. You know how good you are, and you know how good you are at these bosses. Like, can I kill Julius with a Durandal that hits for 15? You're like, yeah, I can do that. I can kill Chaos with that. I don't need any more. But then you walk into Julius, you roll the dice, and you get a Julius that takes 2 damage. And you die after, like, 6 minutes of that fight. Yeah, Derxu is heading off to go get better gear or more levels. Or both.
Or
given
more
that they're
cream
both
puffs.
in the same place. And Vlad on to Julius 2.
Julius
Never
casts Grand Cross, which you don't want to get hit by.
It's not very effective. That was a hitbox.
Getting to dance around a little bit with Curly. And Derxu's gone straight to Belor. So
Yeah.
levels play.
I think that's definitely the right play here. And we'll see if he checks Galamoth while he's here. There we go. Julius down for Vlad. Into the Chaotic Realm.
Yep, time to go get our kicker skeleton.
We got 48 hit on Belor here. Should go pretty quick. Come on, Vlad. Pick it up for the fans. Full card. Plus attack basilisks.
Yeah, that was quite a meaty hit. Fortunately, this is safe not too far from here. Especially if Shadow Knights roll plus attack. Don't want to run straight to those guys. Or Succubus, because I think a lot of people just try to damage boost through the 3 of them.
I think it's a lot safer to damage boost the Succubus. Because if you don't, then like the Arc Demon or the Demon Lord at the top starts chasing you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to deal with that.
Skull
I'll just take
key.
the 60 damage. Highest weighted checks in the game, and I give you a useless item.
And Birkin Gang, I think. Oh, poor Shadow Knight.
It's so nerfed, dude. Even weak to lightning. Like a real armor.
Okay, the final save taken. What are we working with on Chaos? Put on the Yasutsuna.
Pray for resist sword if you want to see the seed go on longer. Resist holy minus HP minus attack. Alright, that's pretty nice.
Poor baby. I mean, Chaos still hits really hard, so still avoid things, but happy to see minus HP. I think Derxu is... Oh, so this would be a shop upgrade. Did he know Headhunter was here?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I was getting a little curious, like, whether he's looking for Legion for more
Vlad.
levels. Oh.
Yeah. Bit too slow on going for the healing there.
Well, it's okay. Not that you know it, but he has some time. And poor Valkyrie Soul, never really getting used for anything, not very useful in Chaos.
Yeah, it's not gonna be useful here. Given these damage numbers, I could see another case of the plus attack, minus attack not functioning. Like on Julius, it only works on his whip attacks, not his martial arts. So it could be that on Chaos it only works on, I don't know, like the orbs.
Oh yeah, maybe like an enemy script thing that works differently from the raw stats.
Yeah. Or like how on Graham 3, if he gets poisoned, it resets when he transforms to Graham 3. Some weird things with these last bosses. Or on Chaos, if you poison the core, it goes away after one hit.
I mean, I think the transformation thing is like a different entity thing. Because especially with Chaos, like, the forms are in separate rooms, and the, like, Phase 2 enemy is just Chaos again, but with 1 bit set to 1 instead of 0.
40 hits, not bad. But I think with, like, Positron, Durandal, might be worth going for a 3-eye here. Ooh.
Okay.
Lightning Ball.
Just down to Super Potion, though.
You should have farmed zombies for that meat strip we just saw Derxu get.
Shout out to Meats. Oh no!
Ooh.
And Bone Dragon also wanted a piece of them, but came in a little too low.
Yeah, just Super Potion left, have a potato pancake. Keep getting hit by the spikes. I don't know how intentional this is. He has Arc Demon on, but when you have so little healing... Yeah, that one was definitely intentional. I think he's just trying to DPS race, kill the core before he runs out of healing.
Boy, 60 HP, that is one-hit territory, thank you.
Ooh, that's dead.
Final guard?
No?
No, 16 HP. Final guard was a required soul in the seed, by the way. Single tier.
Oh no! Oh, there we go. There's the snake. Yeah, I think at this point it's just worth it to go take down a 3rd eye. With the multi-hit. Play it a bit safer.
Yeah, any defense drop is going to speed this up quite a bit.
Yeah, Derxu's still not with the levels that Vlad had, but, you know, hitting more than 2 is an improvement. But without that Ascalon, it's still going to take a while, I think.
Getting what I think are some clutch lock-on iframes in a couple of these Chaos 1 fights we've seen. Alright, and back to Phase 2 we go.
Yo, got the 1 frame. I heard that jump. Oh, there's a single frame at the start of Chaos 2 where you can act. And the task uses it to, like, cast Red Minotaur. It might actually be more than 1 frame that you can act. That's not an exact number to quote me on. Please don't. But it's not a huge window. Looks like more just 2-eye rush strats for Vlad here. Playing a bit safer here, not going for that Arc Demon immediately.
I mean,
there.
oh, hello. Well, that was intentional, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 eyes again may be okay, because we don't have a super great way of getting the other ones.
I mean, Positron can triple hit them. Just one jump up. And with 0 defense, it would go pretty good. You're one shot, I think.
Still got the strawberry. There's Positron, there's horses.
That was scary. That orb was right on the eye.
Wow.
I forgot you could do that.
Eating 2 orbs, okay.
And a potato pancake, so got 400 more in the bank. Oh, let's go.
Shoutouts to the almost to the Omeda.
It's over, almost. Just give me a break. It'll be over.
Alright, and with that, Vlad does take game 1 of this best of 3.
I'll see if Derxu wants to finish up the seed. And after however that goes, we'll be moving on to game 2. So, stick around. And we'll watch this very skillful Julius fight.
Going with Durandal this time. Yeah, like I always like something like Durandal that you're able to backdash with.
Just easier to land with. Don't mess up one input and now you're dead.
Because you can land and cancel it, you can get 2 or 3 hits in reliably each time.
It also makes it easier to combo into Rush Souls if you get a stagger with that.
Getting low again. I think this is Oko territory if you get hit by a whip. Pushing into phase 2. So okay, still got a couple healing items, but this could be our try. Remember, it's minus HP Julius. It's just really tough to get those HP down. Yeah, it was going to take the safety heal because that would have been 1 hit point too little for safety. Taking a lump from the holy water canister as well, that's going to leave a mark.
Down to, what was that? I think just 2 high potion, super potion?
I think pudding as well, unless it just ate it.
Playing it safe, playing it dangerous. He wants to get that succubus healing. Just like 2 hits and he's safe again.
Yeah, now he should be good.
I was not. Yeah, you're right. Alright. Now just 2 more. Backdashing right as that whip comes out, man.
I mean, if you're comfortable with it, that is the thing to do, I think.
Yeah. I like ducking beneath it, because then you can try to get a stagger, but that's a lot more dangerous on Julius too. Okay.
Oh, got axed.
Ah, there we go. Julius reading the air options, got the anti-air. Good thing Derxu healed there. One hit away, but took the hit before landing it. And that's Julius down. Stop! I've had enough! You kicker, let's go!
Got some commiserations in the race room about that beefy Julius.
I have notes from the race time chat. Vlad says, GG, trouble finding the cemetery? Derxu says, J.
Yeah, Derxu's a little busy right now.
The one letter answer to what went wrong there.
To be fair, he calls himself Jay.
It's the man they call Jay. He forgot his name. You gotta believe him, guys.
He says, call me Jay, and that's all you need to know.
Now, thankfully, Chaos here, not plus defense. Though I do want to see Derxu go for a 3i here, just because he's not that high level. Crazy dodges there. That might have been the iframes from the Mono Drain, which when it hits you, gives you invincibility for a solid second. I believe it's a strat in some speedrun categories to get hit by it.
Well, I guess the thing is, like, you'd have to deal with your MP being drained, and you would want to, like, not really be concerned about that being an issue. Because, like, people are going back to Creaking Skull, which doesn't take up much MP on Chaos at all. So, I guess you would be fine with taking that hit.
Yeah, especially if you have, like, a high mind up, which I think is a couple of routes. Or it just depends on what your load is. Ooh, careful.
And for, like, lubricant strats, too, like, you do want to take a certain number of hits.
Ooh. Okay, it was only one orb. I thought that was two.
Yeah, he actually would have been safe, but, like, you don't know until you get hit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew those damage values better...
I would put on Succubus if I were Derxu. Woohoo! That orb was just bouncing around there.
And Unfriendly Bone Dragon. Alright, top eye defeated by horse. Got big orbed. Alright, phase 1 down, back into phase 2 again for Derxu. I do admire that he is a no-quitter with these. I think we've seen him finish out every seed he's played, even in a loss.
Very impressive. Some of these seeds have been scary. This seed especially has just been unfriendly.
He does know the final guard tech, though, so he's making use of that to eat all those orbs.
Very nice. They have that bit of delay before going off, so if you can just be near enough to the ground. Oh, had enough mana for that. Good final guard, dude.
Yeah, the key is just to time it right, because it's very MP hungry, but...
And if you only hit it for like half a second, shaved yourself 100 HP. Puts on Succubus, let's go!
Uh-oh. Oh, the orbs actually disappeared. Ooh!
Walks towards that snake for some more healing. Because you can get Succubus hits off of a lot of things in this game. Wrecking Balls, Candles, and most importantly here, the Bone Dragon. All of its segments, I believe, count as separate hitboxes, so sometimes if it curls up, you can be gaining like 30 heals every time you hit it.
Yep.
Chaos is honestly a really friendly fight for Succubus. Look at that. And then you take it all in the one shot from, you know... You just get so much healing. Everything here lets you heal up.
Yeah, like, this may not be the offensive dream, but we are super survivable. Alright, all 4 eyes down, triple 12s.
That's pretty good. It's also better to use the katana now. Even hitting 21, I think just having the healing, the constant healing off that would be preferable. But 60 with Rushel is very good.
Yeah, now you could go all out offense if you want. This really had some decent kit options for us to pick up. Yeah, like Spike, refill with Arc Demon. Yeah, safety Succubus. Now I think the only thing that one hits you is a big orb.
Yeah, that was like 200. So, to play safe, I would swap katanas just when you're this low.
Oh, 21!
You just hit by it twice! I wouldn't have healed there and I would have died to the rebound, dude.
That's the dark side of DVD strikes.
Takes the orb after killing Chaos. But there it is. Takes down Chaos. Good play from Derxu. That was a good fight.
Alright, well, that's Vlad with a 1-game lead. We got Game 2 and Game 3 if needed coming up right after this. We usually talk to the runners at the end. I got a lot of notes to remember from this one, so we'll keep an eye on that and get them a new room and a fresh seat, and we will see you in a minute, everybody.
Be right back.
Hello, friends, and welcome back for Game 2 in this best-of-3 set between Derxu and Vlad in the lower bracket round 2 of the Aria of Sorrow 2023 tournament. I'm Smile, I've got Barracks along with me. Barracks is going to face off against the winner of this set.
I'm looking forward to it. They both put in a very good showing in that first seed. It was not a friendly seed. So
Oh yeah,
both pretty good
Julius.
players.
Julius was a tough customer.
Hoping that the second seed will be nicer for them. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's just stat random can really like mess up anybody's day. Because the things like you're comfortable with in the game, you expect things to do a certain amount of damage. You expect you to do a certain amount of damage. That might not be true. We got a cheap Yasutsuna to start off here.
Positron rifle, my favorite weapon in the game. But yeah, Yasutsuna here, probably the best pick. Very good multi-hit. Nice katana, good range, good damage.
And we got 5 majors in Castle Corridor.
I got not that many. 1/4 of the checks. You usually see a bit more, I'd say.
Yeah, especially because like Castle Corridor has to give you something to be able to move further in it.
There's the Panther. Both runners using their red soul to get it. And we will see the left exit here for Derxu. I feel like we just saw this here.
Well, this is the vanilla exit.
Derxu grabs the first check, doesn't keep going. You might see Vlad keep going. Last time there was a book here.
Yeah, this is a very long room that they can't do anything else in besides check the item at the end, so...
Vlad did save though, so he can sleep out of this room. Because he can't check the top door. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the middle of the 2-3 rush souls in quality. As Derxu's gonna head into Creaking Skull, who's plus HP minus defense.
The random Uko back. Not that useful.
Creaking Skull's also weak to slash, so not feeling very good. Well, okay, with that early Black Panther, they are already motoring. Got any expectations for race number 2?
My hopes are that there is a good weapon, like Levitain, or Claim. My expectations are that we last location a book for both runners, and it's the same book, and it's a boss they killed like 20 minutes ago.
Well, if it's a boss they already killed, that would be kind of nice, actually. Just
That's
need
true.
the knowledge.
But it's also just, oh man, I could have had this so long ago.
Alright, we've got school on our way up. Not expected to swim until we have Malphus, but if they really wanted to, they could, like, go see what they can see.
Yeah, you can unequip Skula and then you float, which is a way of swimming, if you so desire. But it also means that you can't actually use Black Panther while underwater. Because, I don't know, you're not counted as, like, swimming. You just move fast, but you don't have the damaging aura, so enemies like Needles become very scary.
Yeah, it's a very interesting effect. You just kind of go, wee!
Swim fast. Soma the Olympic swimmer. There's our
book
first book.
3.
That's gonna be fun to get. Bat locked. So not only do you need flight, but you need a specific kind of flight that lets you go in one tile gaps. And that is, I think, the only check that is bat locked.
Yeah, if we had hard mode items in, there would be more potential bat locks, but not a thing. Oh, hey.
Well, yeah, that's pretty nice. Forget everything I was saying about that being annoying. Great seed, except that now you have to play with bat.
Yeah, the MP heavy form of flight.
And when you don't even have Malphus, it's not alright, you're using bat for flight checks. It's alright, you're using bat to climb up like a room you can normally do.
That is
Right.
Aranus from Beam Skeleton as our yellow soul requirement.
That's pretty nice, I'd say. Oh, hello there. Red
That's
book,
another
and we can do this. We can do the swap and get the save.
Well, I gotta beat the arena boss again.
I can see Derxu already like, can I not make this jump without Malthus? These things you get so used to having.
Yeah, this is one of the more annoying forms, like combinations of movement you can have, because technically you can fly anywhere. It's not fast. Trying to peek at this item. I think that's a soul candle. No?
I don't know, I couldn't see.
I thought it was glowing.
Well. Vlad's gonna give him a whack and see what his stats are.
Yeah, I could always check. Like, if you have to do this fight, you would have scouted it earlier.
I don't think, you know, I mean, it's doable. It's Legion. But plus HP Legion will just take so long. And without Malthus, you can't even get up there as easily. You'll have to jump on the middle platform to make it to the higher up one, I think. Or, you know, equip Bat. So we're gonna see Vlad in there for a while.
You could safe spot this if he wants.
I'd like to see that. Less MP usage from Bat. Derxu tries to jump over the bone pillars, but you can't do that without Malthus.
Okay, he is gonna safe spot. No, he went down. He's just leading him around.
And that was the other red soul for Derxu. So top floor. I mean, you can do it. Oh yeah, way better. Inner quarters, you can get the warp here, you can head back to start a Castle quarters, maybe try and find a Malthus over there.
And you can look at these 5 majors that are apparently not on this right side.
You can equip Bat to make both of these jumps. It's just so much additional menuing time. Especially because it's worth it to have Panther on almost all the time. Just so much faster movement. And they just run into a signal jump. It's like, alright, I have to put on Bat now. Derxu is headed to top floor. Alright.
Okay. See you later.
I hate this first room. Just getting knocked down. That was a lot of damage that Gargoyle did.
Does have a mind up if he wants to eat it here.
Alright, now Vlad is safe spotting.
Yep, Legion will just hover in this corner. Sometimes he comes down. A lot of the time he does not realize how to come down.
I would sleep out of this room personally.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Made it. I also would not do top floor with only Bat. Because all the movement I know for this area is Panther with Malthus. Like, even this jump. I know how to do that. Yeah.
Well, that's gonna end that.
So, back to study. Gonna have to head back through if he wants to grab that inner quarters warp.
Vlad's still working on Legion. This tanky boy, we don't even have one segment down.
It's been 4 minutes, I think.
Plus
Foolish.
HP means up to 50 to 100% more HP.
This certainly is a seed of all time.
And Derxu retracing his steps, re-picks up Ripper, in case that's the required red soul. Alright, we got one piece down. You could also safe spot this in the bottom right corner if you want.
Now then you do have run the risk of the laser coming to murder you. It's a bit harder to see it when you're in the corner. Oh. Derxu, please. Derxu, no.
Tasquete.
On the bright side, it is the minus attack legion, it looks like. I already forgot it was 6 minutes ago. So at least getting hit by these things is like 30 damage rather than the like possible 100 it could be.
Well, this is a strat.
Tried to get some rushal damage in, but Legion did not float up long enough. On the bright side, contact damage with Aranus is not that high, unless it is charging.
Yeah. Not enough MP to get up into the breakable ceiling.
Trivia. How fast does MP regenerate? Do you know the number?
I do not know the number, but I know you tested the number.
It is 0.93 per second. I don't know how much MP that takes to use, but it's too much for that. You're gonna spend so long just regenerating your MP. So it's one of the issues with doing these very double jump heavy areas. And also flight locked areas, just how long are you willing to spend waiting for your MP to regenerate?
And finally taking a death to Legion out of the fight.
Oof. Unlucky.
Is going back for the backdash check. I thought this was a thing and we'll now get to see what it is.
Put it. Ramen.
Oh, it's ramen.
Derxu makes the save in top floor, so... Well... I hate that you can't do that jump, dude. It's just these small things. Where you think you can do it, but it's a couple pixels too far.
We're playing the seed where it's like you're grabbing a blanket that is too soft. You just like got out of the shower or something, you have pruny hands.
And then using that to get across this area is just... Alright. How long is it gonna take with the Valkyries knocking me down? I'm waiting.
We're dancing.
And it's a good track, good song.
Some is not very expressive, unfortunately.
That was not enough MP.
Pick this up, go back to the save, or yeah, do that.
Vlad makes it to top floor. Looks like he is not considering heading up there yet. Oh my god. It's Aridus, that's the required soul!
Wow.
In the Aridus room, of all places. Vlad is a one-shot. To anything with plus attack.
Well, this room is very predictable, so if you can make it through here, should be okay. Just don't jump into the Valkyrie, you're fine.
Alright, there we go. Don't run into the zombie soldier immediately outside of the warp either. Alright, nothing here. So we're not going to see a nice Malphus right above Hammer, but we are going to see that heal.
Malphus behind Clock Tower boss? Question mark?
The damage boost! Damage boosting to make it up there. Is Vlad gonna do the Merman Room check? Yes. This time Derxu finds Willer is like, I'm gonna kill it this time. I don't want to be the level 10 Julius fighter this seed. Undine locked Undine because you have flight.
Yeah.
And resetting out of Blore. I think Derxu is really feeling that file name. Fun game indeed.
Speaking of fun game, you can't make this jump.
You could make it if you took off Skula, so you started floating to the surface.
And no Malphus means you can't just jump up there, so yep, floating time.
And again, no Panther barrier. So you gotta kill the needles with your sword. I didn't see what were the modifiers. I don't know. Something that made Derxu not want to fight Belor with Yasutsuna. I would assume plus defense. On the bright side, Bat Seeds really raised the importance of candles and knowing where the candles with big hearts in them are. And I suppose it would also raise the usefulness of the heart pendant.
Belor is plus HP, resist slash, and water.
Oh, that is our third book there.
Medusa head from Great Armor.
So, Derxu has Yellow Soul, and knows the other two things he needs. But still no Malphus, and honestly, I think that's what he wants the most. Thankfully, you can make these jumps without Bat. You can use Panther to clip onto those ledges.
I guess I can say at this point, because we've seen all the books, that the other copy of Book 3 is in Forbidden.
Oh, I love that. The first copy was somewhere nice, though, at least.
Well, nice because Bat was nice, but would be kind of mean if Bat was somewhere else.
Could it be Death Shop? Could the soul be Death Shop, or what? You can certainly find the required souls in the shop, but it's just the same random chance as any other soul in the shop. Oh god, Malphus with death. Can't double jump over this spinning attack, you have to use Bat.
The game would not expect you to get progression in a shop, it's just like it can happen sometimes.
Oh god, Vlad, please.
Like, the guarantee with Book Souls is that they're going to be in a candle in the castle somewhere, and they're going to be dropped by an enemy. You can't necessarily beat that enemy, because it may be only in the Chaotic Realm or something like that. But it will be an enemy. Well, death defeated. Can't make that jump.
Oh, some good dodges from Vlad. Making it to the warp point. Can the game expect you to defeat a plus defense boss and you're doing 1 damage hits? Yes. I believe so. Though, expect you to defeat is... I think there would almost always be another route to go that is not blocked off by a boss fight. But I don't think it considers, like, maybe this boss is too hard for you to kill right now.
I mean, I think the main problem boss would be Julius in that sense, like we saw in Game 1.
Yeah.
Because Chaos has some modifications to how his defense works to not be completely undefeatable.
Whoa.
And that was... Oh!
Just runs into that last Curly.
Plus
Dying on the
attack
same
Curlies.
screen that Vlad is on. Dude, plus attack Curly is so scary. Their hitbox is really weird, and they just walk into you.
Yeah. Just windmill of knives at all points, and Vlad takes a death too. Oh my god, how far back is this save?
Good question.
Level 5.
I think he warped out of Reservoir. Oh, no, he has... Okay, he has Reservoir Warp. So.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad at all. Alright.
Just hasn't been killing a lot of things, I guess. But this is definitely one of those seeds where you save a lot.
Plus HP Manticore over here, but goes down easily enough.
Easier fight than killing a Curly.
And what do we have at the top of this room?
Yo. Iframes.
Where Tiger is the best iframe boy.
I just realized that Derxu didn't use slime on Chaos.
Right. Oh well.
We never see the true power of slime. Here's death for Vlad. I don't know if Derxu's checked Death Shop yet. So this could be the saving grace for the runners. Have a claim for $500. Takes a death to death.
Yeah, that's possible. The one major thing in Clock Tower could be behind Valor, and he's just super tanky. Valor did not roll up on defense, though, so, like, I don't think it's going to be, like, an overcap defense thing. I think it's just going to be, like, go find a weapon that you can actually fight him with, like Poison Fist or something.
Yeah. It's really the same as, like, walking into a Legion fight while low level and under geared. You're just already not going to be able to win that. And the Rando's like, alright, come back later. You don't have to kill every boss first try. Yo, what did I say?
You want a Leviatane, you got one.
This is, I would say, the favored weapon of a majority of runners.
Oh, dude, that ghost!
Just missed the bell. It has a really nice hitbox, really good damage, and its fire element is not resisted by many things that matter. Plus, it's a light weapon.
Oh yeah, Stat Rando is kind of young, I would say. And previously in this Rando, it was not really considered, like, boss difficulty was not really taken into account because the bosses are usually so easy with their vanilla stuff. There's 2 majors in Forbidden Area, by the way.
Wow. I'd say the exception is that a decision was made to not randomize Creaking Skull into another boss, because the first seed that the developer Fuse did had death right there, and that fight was impossible. So to an extent, it was like, I'm not gonna put that there. That's too much to expect.
Yeah, there have been some concessions, like Graham, Julius, and Chaos are also going to be in their rooms, just so we can have an actual endgame.
On the other hand, I think it'd be really funny. It's like, you walk into your first room, you're fighting Chaos. You go to the end of the game, it's like, alright, go kill Great Armor.
Oh, like you have to beat Great Armor to reach the credits?
You gotta kill the 4 smaller Great Armors to lower Great Armor's defense. That's why it's so great, you know?
Yeah. We're getting to look at the death shop, by the way. That had Manticore in it.
Yo, very nice. A good rush soul. Both of these runners do like their rush souls.
As Vlad is back working on death again. That was a hunting purchase, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can see some more stat rando weaknesses this seed, rather than just stat rando plus defense this seed. Because I think one of the best parts of stat rando is like, alright, now this boss is weak to poison. Look how much damage you can do.
This is so awkward having to fight death by jumping over him using Giant Bat.
With 10 HP.
Yeah, he's managing admirably to this, and done.
He was almost out of MP there.
Death doesn't have a shop, but he has an estate sale, and it all goes to Hammer.
Oh, there's a lot of checks in this area. I forgot. So many for Vlad to find. So many locked behind Galamoth.
Yeah, we've run out of pigeons to put in these pigeonholes. Imp and Dead Crusader, not quite what we're looking for.
Yo, the kicker drop for Derxu as well. Think of how much he's been missing out by not being able to kick. Oh wait, neither runner has Malphus. Sadly a requirement for the dive kick.
So it would be possible within the rando to have a season ultra tanky boss with plus HP, plus defense, plus resistance, blocking progress, while you can only defeat him doing 1 damage hits as of today.
Probably. But for that to be the case, it would have to be, I'd say, probably really early on. Otherwise, you would just have too many other options of where to go. It would also have to be, I think, like inner quarters. So low progression inner quarters. Everything else either loops back to corridors, or is just like a dead end. And then even still, you technically speaking have the options to farm XP and random drops. But I don't see why such a seed would be impossible. Just very rare.
Yeah, like, we've had some true disaster Julius seeds, but they've still been, like, doable. And Julius is the main one I think of because stat rando is, like, a modifier to the existing stats. Like, plus 50 to 100% of the existing stat. Yeah, and a lot of it is because the boss rando, it mostly is randomizing bosses that are at dead ends. Oh hey, Hippogriff.
Yo, that's so nice.
So they really only have one item behind them. It's that inner quarters boss that cuts the area in half that would be probably the most trouble if a problem boss shuffled into there.
No, I was gonna say Hippo's really nice, but Hippo's not as really nice in this area, given that there's spikes on the ceiling.
Yeah, there are rooms without spikes, like, especially as you come into the area. Oh boy.
I would just equip that at this point, just for this room. You gotta accept that some rooms can't be hippoed.
No kicking SMH. They actually cannot kick, because Malthus is what turns that on, and they don't have Malthus.
Yeah, you need to be in the double jump state. So I think even after like using Hippogriff, you can't kick. Or if you hippo after Malthus, maybe? Oh god. Okay, at least you can clip over that wall with Panther.
Yeah, thanks. You can also do this jump.
Yo, the cream puff.
This jump is awful, though.
At this rate, Malthus is behind Graham. Possible. They don't need it with that, so progression could put it really anywhere. It could be where we found Kicker's skeleton last seed.
Alright, back into the bottom of Reservoir as Vlad finds the dance hall in the top floor door. What's this strange text? Buffs and debuffs for each monster? Yes! Welcome to Stat Rando. So, the enemies have had all of their vowels removed to gain buffs and debuffs. Bosses are guaranteed to gain a buff, otherwise it can be between 1 and 3 buffs or debuffs.
You go to the Monopoly shop and it's like, I'm no longer a zombie officer, I'm now a Zump officer.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I have some plus attack, please?
Fleamen are plus attack plus defense, apparently.
Honestly, one of the skills in Stat Random is memorizing the 9 different symbols and being able to read it fast enough before the pop-up disappears.
And Derxu's found Garden, and it's completely empty of major items again.
Oh my god. No, you didn't get it, you didn't get it! Vlad! No, Vlad!
Did you just realize it? Please hit that, yes.
It is the number next to the bars, yes, that is the number of soul canisters and ancient books in the area.
It also includes decoy soul canisters, because we couldn't just put the required souls in canisters, that would be too easy to figure out.
And there's 6 soul canisters for each type, discounting progression. So you can find your required. Ooh. I don't remember the books anymore, and there will be 5 other blue souls. Again, discounting progression, there's always a canister for Panther, a canister for Bat, a flying armor canister, and there used to be a guaranteed rush soul canister, but that is no longer the case.
Yeah, if you don't need it to beat the seed, might not appear, and if it does, it'll probably be Curly, because that is the worst of the rush souls.
Just to mess with you. Is there some kind of balance behind buffs and debuffs in a whole seed overall, or is it fully randomized? So some seeds could be a breeze-only debuff, some others could be a hardcore-only buff state. I believe there is no balance. It'll, it'll make an average just on its own, but sometimes final bosses, it's like minus HP, weak to something all 3 times in a row.
I'd say some of the balance is like, because it's all deviations from their original stats and resistance profile.
Mm-hmm.
So like if something's weak to holy, unless the stat rando says it resists holy now, then it's still going to be weak to holy.
Yeah, like Needles only has 1 HP, so if it randomizes plus HP, that does nothing for it. It'll still die in 1 hit.
Fighting Hand Hunter, want that second shop expansion. Got poison. Oh yeah, the changed enemy names make the bestiary very unreadable, by the way.
You gotta kind of memorize where it is generally, and then just scroll through like, alright, what letter combination am I looking for? Defense is one that does nothing for Needles. Yeah, probably as well. Plus attack, though, it does a lot for Needles.
Oh yeah, Needles can get super threatening. Oh hey, it's a knife.
They have 0 defense, nice. So 2 of those buffs, just nothing. Very nice, Beam Skeletons this seed, unlike the 130 damage of last seed. Farming the candle for MP. I think it would just be faster to go to the save point.
Yeah, I think this is a small heart.
On the bright side, there's nothing in DDR, so if there's nothing here, you can just reset, save, split that.
Vlad got a giant skeleton drop from a Durga. Lovely. A map in the worst room. So this is kind of nice for Vlad because it is going to get him to his required yellow soul.
Yeah, if he survives that far.
And with Hippogriff, it's much easier to move around in here as well.
He has only no healing items left right now. So if that trend keeps up, his endgame could also be very hard. Oh my god.
141?
Yeah.
We had some commiseration about Stat Rando being fun after the previous seed. Regular enemies are giving us a beating in this one.
Oh, Vlad didn't save after this. He doesn't have Gorgon anymore.
Well, it's okay. He knows it's not as yellow.
Where is this last check? Is it gonna be good?
Is that Malphus?
Backdash. Aww. I'm so happy for Derxu. Derxu is so excited. Look at those jumps.
I love jumping.
Aria player discovers that pressing B a second time jumps. Or maybe B's attack, I don't actually remember.
B is your attack button.
Look, I don't play this game. I know what key I have it bound to on my keyboard, if that counts.
Yeah, okay. I think it's actually my A button.
That's kinda toxic, honestly.
Look. Logitech F310, my beloved.
Logitech... Wait, I don't use a Logitech keyboard anymore. Logitech G910.
Alright, well we can clear out Waterfall.
Don't even need a mind at this time. Yo. Kicker.
Oh, okay, so he did have kicker.
Yeah. He got it twice. In one hallway. Calibulg, nice. Demon's Mill, also very nice.
Good shop. Very good shop. Well, we can go past the waterfall, the way you're actually meant to go past the waterfall. And well, we don't need to beat the cemetery boss this time, but there is one major item in here out of 4 checks.
Derxu thought he had to equip Giant Bat to make that jump.
That's just the reflex of what you've been doing the whole seed coming back to you. There's Slide, done in cemetery.
That was a lot of damage.
And could warp on out of here for a heal if you want. Going back through the plus more than 100 damage. Succubus.
Remind me what the books are.
Red book is beat arena boss. Yellow book is Aranus from something.
And blue book?
Not sure.
There's Aranus for Vlad, nice. I think they have both killed arena boss. Or at least Derxu's been there. Let's see why they wouldn't have. So maybe if it's possible to farm for that blue soul. No, scroll down one farther, Derxu, please. Maybe Derxu already has it. Go mode. Who knows? Derx needs to be careful of these succubi. He has 2 HP. Okay, everything's fine. Heading for Balor! He wants levels this time.
Okay, blue book. In case people didn't say it already, it's Medusa Head from Great Armor. So this is a Great Armor farm.
Very nice.
Vlad's got that Were-Tiger as well. I feel like Were-Tiger is not very commonly used for the iframe tech.
No. I think it's just a bit too expensive. You also have to equip it.
And once again, we get kind of a useful soul being a required one, because Medusa Head is pretty nice for Chaos 2.
Yeah, you normally have to jump up to hit those second eyes, but especially if you have multi-hits, just being able to hover in the air next to it is really good for just getting consistent damage. though. It's a bit of a pain to dodge the thorns like that. Derxu gets Medusa Head, and a Salty Kraka says, pretty sure Vlad already has Medusa Head from a soul canister. So if that's the case, I don't know what he's missing.
It doesn't have arena.
He can go get his knife, and I don't think there's anything else.
Well, Malphus.
Malphus, yeah. I guess Malphus is nice.
A little bit. Graham is in a very blue room today.
Minus HP plus defense. He's got the blue Raz on the floor.
Yeah, this isn't going to be too bad with Manticore. Doing triple 95s. Okay, yeah, Vlad does have Medusa Head.
Yeah, so just searching for that area then.
Derxu is actually making a little bit of use of it.
Having to actually hit Graham in the head. What a Castlevania classic trope. Like 3 years ago, I was playing Soten for the first time. And I couldn't get past the opening because I didn't realize you had to hit Dracula in the head to deal damage.
I see.
So...
I couldn't get past the opening of Pokemon Red, so... I'm with you there. I couldn't leave my house.
I mean, that's me every day, but in real life. Very clean Graham 2, Graham 3 from Derxu there, taking him down. And we have seen Gardens this year already, so... just a matter of remembering where it is. Yep. Galva.
Galamoth just loves being places where it really is not much value at all.
Alright, you're in go mode, you're ready to beat the game, but do you want to go see what's in Galamoth? Have you considered that it might be lubricant? Is Galamoth useful for anything? It allows you to check the 2 item checks behind the Chronomage. And that's it.
We actually know... Oh yeah, there are souls back there.
Which honestly I think makes it even less worth it to check. Because then you're gambling it on it being like Triton or a Stolas or Duplicant.
Yeah, so when you come in from the left side of Inner Quarters, there is a hallway leading off to the left that has a bunny in it. And the bunny kicks you out if you cannot see the stoppage of time, as Galamoth allows you to do. And once the bunny sees that his magic spell didn't work, he runs away. Alright, Vlad's found the arena.
Yeah, so again, Derxu not that far ahead. Once Vlad takes down this arena boss, I think he'll also be in go mode. But also this time, Derxu has levels. So there's not as big of a difference in their combat capabilities as there was last season. So now it's just down to, does Derxu play well, not die? Minus HP plus defense, weakness to stone. You have a Milliken sword, right?
Did we get in this seed?
I think there was one in the either sell or buy menu for Derxu, but you might not have picked it up. That's a bit of a shame. It would mean double damage, basically. So, hitting 30 with Calible Guardy, very nice.
I enjoy this palette. It's actually not too far from the vanilla one.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the fireplace that this palette adds. Yeah, we're talking about Headhunter, right?
It adds a lot to the room.
It's the ambiance of terror.
Alright, that's the arena boss defeated. Yeah, these hits on Julius this time definitely feel much chunkier than last time.
Playing it a bit safe because his only healings are pretty big, so you want it to get low before using that super potion. He does not have any healing left, I don't believe.
Nope, that was it. So that could be a problem.
Can take one more hit here before being in one-shot range. I just gotta play this fight really safe. There we go. Nice. Keeps it alive.
And he's going in to chaotic.
Arena palette looks like it's staring at my soul while killing my eyes. Poetry. No hippo still, so gotta use Bat to get through that first room of chaotic. And we also have a check here, so we could see backdash in chaotic realm. It's possible.
I like backdash.
It'd be nicer just playing safe, just a bit more mobility options. And also ontogram for Vlad. It's only like a 1 or 2 level difference between the two of them, I think. Derxu a tiny bit ahead, I want to say.
Yeah, chaotic's very chill, and the way the palette shuffler works, it really doesn't do much to chaotic.
Yo. Nice.
Yeah, all our quality of life items toward the back end of the seed.
One more check. It's Burt Gang. Again.
It was the same place as last time. About a 3 level difference between the two of them.
Careful there. That's Vlad's last healing as well.
I think one more healing item left. I saw high push and beef curry.
Derxu.
But yeah, really
jumping over that Shadow Knight with like 60 health.
Really not much healing. Chaos can easily get you into like a death spiral.
Especially if you don't have any of those healing souls that we had last time. So this could be a tough last fight if he's not generous with his weaknesses.
Please be something friendly.
That's fine. It's not nice, but resist stone who already resisted stone, so it's just vanilla chaos. So all you have to do is a low hit chaos, you know? Easy! This will certainly be a challenge still, but it should be a lot easier than last seeds. Yeah, that's Gram down for Vlad.
Yeah, they're in a level range where I think they can manage this.
$100 per hit, so it'll take 30 hits to take down these statues, to take down the eyes. Not that bad. Something you can do to take down the 4 eyes, maybe, if you feel like that. But I think 2 eye or 3 eye is probably the play here with Levitain at this level.
Just one Chaos form away from forcing a Game 3 in this set.
Yeah, one of the benefits about Levitain here, it is such a big hitbox, you can really hit those orbs away from you. Ooh! Just
nice
hide in the
positioning
corner against that snake.
Do it again, why not?
Like, alright, snake, if you want to go over there.
Yeah, you can stand there. Assuming he actually wants to leave and not, like, go out the corner.
I think you can bad zip out of the Chaos Arena.
You can. It actually gets you back into the castle if you are would otherwise be soft locked here.
Yeah, just leave. So much. Just you don't have to do this.
In fact, I think Luicho, who's in the chat, was the one who taught me that. Maybe it was Lunix.
I probably saw one of them do it. Yeah. And Derxu going for that 4 eye. Good weaving around that big orb. Just don't want to get hit by that so much damage. Woo! Good use of the dive kick there. Couldn't go over because there were orbs there. Do you have Final Sword? Or not Final Sword, Final Guard.
I don't think we had Final Guard in this one. Also, I was
Derxu is one shot now.
I was pretty sure it was Chaos 2 is the one you can zip out of. I thought it was not Chaos 1. My notes were Chaos 2, kill the bottom left eye, and then zip out the left wall.
Also Vlad killing Legion for just some more XP. That's kind of what you do once you've no healing in the seed. You just gotta go get more levels and hope you can just kill things before they kill you. Some really good dodges from Derxu there, staying alive and finishing off Chaos to win the second game.
Nice. Series is even. And Vlad, I assume, is back at Legion for levels. Of course, this boy is pretty healthy. Got one segment down. So this is really safe now. Legion's minus attack, not doing a lot of damage. Yeah, 1 damage. This is hit B button a lot. No race room notification? Well, not everybody has the race room up, and some people also like just playing it out. And we do have the time for that. Ah, wonderful. Legion was guarding rotten meat. That's the room that Hammer is normally in as well, so would be lovely if Hammer was hanging out with that, as he sometimes is. We do know that the tail end of the seed is pretty reasonable. Shouldn't take Vlad too long to finish it out.
I mean, if you think about it, I believe there was a flesh golem in the hammer shop. So that rotten meat is healing.
That is true. Derxu in the chat saying, not having Malthus is even worse than a plus HP plus defense Julius fight me.
Derxu says in the race time chat, I have a new favorite soul, and leaves the comment, Malthus, most important soul in the game. And now given that Vlad has been without Malthus for the past hour...
That clutch anti-venom gonna come in really handy. Maybe with buying something, actually. And Vlad paused for a moment to register his displeasure with this seed in the race room.
Vlad has said, I think this is my least favorite seed I played so far. And given that Vlad has been running this game, running in tournaments for like, what, 4 or 5 years at least? Before I was part of it at least, I know. It's a lot of seeds.
Yeah, so the last thing Vlad needed for Go mode was defeating the arena boss. So he did nothing else in arena. He had to find arena.
And Hippo was bottom of clock tower. The slide block spike check. Some good damage in this Julius fight. Just need to keep it going. Not take the hits when you don't have the healing to survive that. Right, Julius wasn't too bad. I think it would be better if you had Malthus, but not that bad of a fight.
Malthus is gonna hurt a little bit for DPS on Chaos 1, and for reaching the Eisen too.
Yeah, Eyes especially. Vlad. Alright. That's fine.
Yeah, I might have been able to save that for later, but... Julia's bringing out a lot of the sub-weapons.
There we go. Good fight for Vlad there.
So same kind of situation, no healing.
What a series this has been.
Okay. Osufune helps out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit easier to hit the top eye with that. You might be able to hit it with just a single jump rather than having to hippo up.
Oh, that is a strong giant skeleton.
It's a good thing you didn't get hit by the Alistair, which was also plus attack.
Yeah, we lucked out a bit with it basically being regular old chaos. Excuse me, Demon Lord. Gonna get backdash?
Heck yeah. Not the Grey Soul Vlad wanted to see there.
Yeah, like Hippogriff checks off the whole beating the game thing, but it is kind of awkward as we saw in Clock Tower this time. Just rub your head against the spikes on the ceiling. With Malphus, like, you turn on swimming, there are plenty of attacks in the game that you can just double jump over. You can keep up DPS the way you can't with Hippogriff, like, sending you all the way up.
You know, those MP during iframes. Ooh. You can't get these diamonds back, but I'm sure we've seen. Just gotta time it pretty well.
About half HP for phase 2. Less than half. Probably one hit range on a couple of
Yeah, I think so. Now you're definitely one shot.
Alright, well, one eye down. Just corral these two little orbs.
Oof, the snake just comes through, barely any time to react to that.
Alright, and after the old college try, Vlad has decided to call it for this seed. But the series is tied. We will reload, get them another seed so they can finish out this best of 3. And one of them is going to be moving on to phase barracks in the next round. So we'll see who it is coming up next. Stay tuned, everybody. Well, hello and welcome back for Game 3, the decisive match between Derxu and Vlad.
They didn't coordinate this. They didn't coordinate this. They just both want Malthus. So bad. Anyways, yeah, whoever wins this goes on to face me. Whoever loses is out of the tournament. Our last two seeds have not been good. Last seed specifically, no Malthus. So, you know, hopefully we'll have a normal start. Nice stacked corridors with Malthus and a good weapon in the shop.
Yeah, it was in the vanilla Livatane spot in Arena, and Arena was pretty evasive.
Calibulg's a good weapon.
Our starting gear sells for nothing, unfortunately.
Oof. Not gonna be able to get that then, but maybe later. You have something to look forward to. That starting Harpy cannot pierce walls, sadly. So
yeah, we saw some of that come into play last time as well.
I'm also on the first seed with the fish head. So hopefully nothing are gonna need to hit behind a wall.
Fish head is so disappointing, dude. Oh, we got wheels.
There we go. Power of wheels. There's the top 4 dead end. That golem random drop is great.
Yeah, both pretty likely to get it because it's from Skeleton as well.
And also, I think they were lowered HP, so they die in one hit to Panther.
Yeah, minus HP, minus attack, resist holy. Poor minus defense Creaking Skull again.
He's doing his best. Vlad, I think, skipped the lower checks there.
His Panther, there's only 4 more majors in here.
Mm-hmm. It's not likely it's anything. But I just do have flashbacks to there being a Malthus down there. In this case, it's $1, so good call.
Oh, my button didn't click. There we go, now they both have Panther.
Button diff.
There's a thing on the ledge! And we can hit it. Okay, Alistor. Alistor is quite a terrible blue soul, but it could be required.
I don't know if Derxu will be able to get that one with Gladiator. So we might have to come back later if that is the required soul.
Well, he will be able to get Malthus. So that's pretty nice.
Be very excited.
Yeah, getting the bad news that Harpy doesn't do that. Only one thing in the chapel this time.
It's okay, there's gonna be a claim in the belfry. Right there, claim. It's a claim that heals 80 HP. Oh, hey. I was able to get it there. So no need to backtrack for Derxu.
Also gonna follow Vlad into the chapel. And pretty easy boss in here, Manticore doesn't shuffle. So I imagine they will finish it out and get the warp and see what the other door leads to.
Yep. Maybe we can head back to starter corridors. If there's any checks there they want to check. Yeah, that was a pretty easy fight.
Beam Skeleton is pretty good. Derx is actually thinking about leaving because, yeah, seeing that 0.
We'll have to see where it comes out. Could even come out in one of the quarters flight checks, maybe.
Stockpiling some healing items. Got a potion in the breakable ceiling there.
After the past seeds we've got, I'd say that's worth it.
Not checking the top right item, I guess.
Yeah. Yo, the best soul in the game.
Random gremlin drop.
The gremlin was giving its luck to Soma from the enemy.
Oh, reservoir is stacked.
Yo, that's big. 8 out of 21.
First thing, backdash. Unfortunately, can't go too much further in here. Like, he could check a few things in Eastern if he wants, but no thanks.
Yeah. You also then have to come back to Eastern later with Skula. Just makes the travel time really bad. You are one shot. Good movement.
2 major items in Forbidden that we cannot check without the ability to swim, and it leads to Cemetery.
What a fun series of locations. On the
This
bright
is
side, that's like most of the dead ends and like single areas out of the way.
Yeah, we can't run into a dead end from a left door anymore. The only like real feel bad would be if you find arena and you don't have to do anything in it. Going into the boss without a save, but it's just big golem.
I think he also might have saved back in corridors. So, what do you lose if you die, like?
Yeah, that's true. Alright, got enough money for Khalid Bulk now, as well as the Armor of Water. And Derxu's actually taking the reset.
There's the golem drop. Very nice, very helpful.
And Vlad now sees this dead end. Can't get into that way on top floor because there is a wall blocking your path. And now doing the checks down here that he skipped initially.
Just gotta get the $1.
Now they're both heading for this study door. Vlad can actually get in. And Final Guard makes a return. Final Guard we saw Derxu make very clutch use of in Game 1. Again, just kind of like running headfirst into a boss room. This time it's death. Bit tougher than Big Golem.
Don't quote me on this, but I think he resists Stark.
You know, the Calibog is not doing a whole lot right now. Thankfully we have Beam Skeleton to make up for that a little bit. Derxu gets an Osafune from the check on the way up to the Vanilla Dance Hall door. And finds another way into Reservoir behind the waterfall. And that's backdash for Derxu.
Ooh, 2 HP. Getting comboed there.
It's okay, we saved it. We're kind of into the easy chill part of Phase 1, where you just need to walk away from the lasers and you're fine. Okay, now phase 2. Phase 2 I think is much more easily avoidable.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Malthus now, we can just
If you
double jump.
I was gonna say, if you have Malphus and Slide, yeah, you can slide just beneath him as attack sometimes. Death hitboxes are weird.
Derxu also getting the Vijaya out of Underground Reservoir. Switching to that, finds Garden. And finds a Rune Ring in Garden. Rune Ring is a great item. Every source of MP regeneration is very powerful in this game. Rune Ring is one source, the Wooden Golem Yellow Soul is another source. The Chaos Ring, which we haven't seen very often, is infinite MP.
I suppose that is arguably a source. But do you know how fast Rune Ring makes your MP regenerate?
Barracks, please tell us.
Rune Ring is 3.73 MP per second, and if you add a Wooden Golem on top of that, it's 5.59 MP per second. Which does mean, I believe, that Wooden Golem triples your MP regeneration speed.
I feel like there's like supposed to be a round number in here somewhere. Because like stating it as per second, it probably works out to a round number of MP per number of seconds, but...
Probably, but I don't like round numbers. I like dividing things to get percentages.
It was just a mind up in the backdash check and study.
That's also MP regeneration.
That is true. It looks like Derxu is leaving Garden the way he came in.
One-shotting those ectoplasm, so no curses on Vlad's side. And keep that mana.
Yeah, that's always nice. There's a soul up on the ledge here. So multi-perp is boxed today.
Oof. Big damage from the gargoyle takes down Derxu.
Ow.
Oh, that save might be far back. Oh, that save is...
Yeah, a little bit.
somewhere. Oh, he's really low level. So I think he was really far back, but it doesn't look as bad as it could be. Yo.
Yeah, he's seen study now, but he can't get in. Oh, Hippogriff's
There's
here.
Hippo, man. That slide really good for Vlad here. And you even connect the part of dance hall you need slide to get into, so both sides of study slide locked.
Wow, that is really something. Book 3.
Yeah. Keeping eye.
And that was in study. Or was it a drop in study?
I could not tell you. I was confusing it with last seed where it was on top floor.
Yeah, like we just saw it. I'm gonna check whether the giant ghost in there dropped it.
Yo! Shadow Knight random drop for Vlad. And that Minotaur. Really good blue soul.
That's awesome. Yeah, Peeping Eye was a drop.
Ooh. Very lucky then.
On the other hand, Hippogriff was in the giant ghost room, so that's kind of handy.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be there already.
And I want to see what this other dance hall door comes out to see if like this is recoverable for Derxu, because like what Derxu really needs is slide. But if he has like a pass to get bad or something.
Oh, there's peeping eye.
Yeah, there's the actual place you're supposed to get it. Okay. Alright, he's recollected the Vegeta.
Ooh, did take the save though, I think.
Yeah, I think once again just giving it a look, see what Legion rolled in this seed.
Weakness to poison.
Yeah, but plus HP again.
I've seen some long Legion fights in this set. Didn't necessarily pay off.
Alright, Derxu has now found another way into Reservoir, but cannot swim. That is his Rush Soul checked off the list.
Always good to have. That's a coatl, you know. I don't think it's going to see any use over Golem, really. That kind of cemented itself as the best yellow in the seed so far. Plus attack, Persephone, very scary there as well.
Oh yeah, Persephone's got moves.
I'm gonna kick you.
Alright, heading down.
Okay. Should be able to get there eventually.
Yeah, there's two other doors leading out of here. Only one of which we can get to right now.
Could loop on each other.
Those ones can't go. No, they can. You're right. Okay. And there's
Slide. Okay. So, we're just gonna go back to study now.
I think that would be the first place he's going as well, because it's one of the closest doors to where he is now. Just cleaning out the shop for anything that might be helpful. It's got beef curries in it.
Yeah, but they cost about as much as Calibulk. Trade your sword for some lunch. The in-sync save.
That was giant backpack there, so found both sources of flight.
Is it also both shop bosses for Vlad? I think he killed Death earlier. So we could see some good stuff in the shop as well.
Yeah. It seems like these two are shoppers. They want to at least give it a look before they go finish off the seed. Seed is looking pretty linear. Like, we've seen a lot of water that we can't swim through yet. We have one book.
See top 4 now. That's nice. That's a lot of damage from Disc Armor.
Oh, yeah. Carly's just plus HP this time. Disc Armor's minus defense if we can actually hit him.
Also, clock tower, connects to top floor, connects to top clock tower. So you needed to get into this route through study.
Which means you absolutely need to get that slide because Giant Bat was behind that whole chain. Death's Road.
Death's Road. Except for the bad armor at the start of the seed.
Vlad is carrying 0 accessories. Blur is minus defense, weak to poison resist slash. This is a much...
Enough, but the Jaya is very nice here.
Much more doable Belor than previous seeds. And Shadow Knight also in top floor. It's pretty nice quality of life stuff here. Gets the warp.
Shop time. You already have Levitain, Calibulg, and Death's Road. Not a whole lot that you can add to that, given that all Vlad wanted was Malphus and Levitain.
I'm hoping for their sake for a healing item that's actually buyable, and it did not look like the case.
No, but a 2,000 gold Death Sickle's nice. And both luck boosting souls as well.
Did pick up Death as well. And MP healing. So got School of Sighting in inner quarters.
Took us a while, but hey. A reservoir is on the table again.
Yeah, Reservoir and that 2-check Forbidden Area.
Rando, our third high damage straight sword. I forgot that gargoyles did 100 damage, and it looks like Vlad did as well.
Well, okay, he's safe. Can tag the save, also gonna check this item. Battle Axe. So the time differential is going to be how long it takes Derxu to reconstruct this path. He's going back to the chapel door that he bailed out of earlier.
Because really, even if you find the other books on Derxu's path, it's that flight that's the big difference maker. So much faster movement.
Yeah, and it's like, it's on path. The thing is, you just have to get to the path.
Gravekeeper.
Yeah, they both have both copies now.
Just going for the 100%. It's cool, we can see these Eastern checks now.
That was an amazing place for that. Flight locked in the reservoir. Second copy of Yellow Book behind the wall there.
Derxu's not gonna be happy with that. Well, no, he will actually, because he hasn't seen first copy. So he's gonna be like, oh, Skula took me to Yellow Book, let's go.
Yeah, the thing is, actually getting that soul could be a little bit of trouble, unless he goes back to someplace like Chapel. Like, I'm just taking his routing for what it is. I'm guessing, like, he goes around the rest of the seed, he hasn't found a giant ghost anywhere else, back to Chapel.
Mm-hmm.
And Poison Fist pickup. And Fronting, 2 poison weapons.
Both underwater, both in Reservoir. Siren's good. That's a curse element. So if we see a final boss weak to curse, that's going to be hitting for like 800 damage on its first hit.
I almost would walk around and get that high mind up that Vlad just saw. And here comes Yellow Book for Derxu.
At least the curlies aren't plus attack this time.
Yeah, but you're gonna have enough to deal with those disc armors. Alright, running into Belor. This fight is very possible, as we've seen.
Oh yeah, okay, so Valor resists Slash here, but Calibolg is Dark Element first and foremost, I believe. So it is basically ignoring that resistance completely. It's like, no, I'm not hitting you with a sword, I'm hitting you with a dark sword.
Technicalities.
Minotaur. They didn't have gold, it'd be nice.
Does get hit by the disc armor, but that death robe is making it hurt a little less. Derxu gonna continue in Reservoir with the newfound Skula.
Transcodon, nice.
Yeah, easy way to check if you have Galamoth or not, just run right in there.
It works. Okay, they don't even need it. Though Vlad, if he does find Galamoth soon, might come back. There's a chance. Just given the last first seed, some really good gear from Galamoth.
He is in item go mode, and I believe he saw a garden as well, so like he just needs to get number down to 0 now in all of his areas.
Tougher business, I think. Yes.
Tanky Dryads.
Yeah, even the fire weakness, when they have so much boosts there. Tanky fish, killer fish.
Behind door number 1 is Book 2, Beat the Chapel Boss, which they both have done.
Double checking on the map, it's one of the ones you can actually do. Normally, if it's randomized, you have to remember which boss is where. Because it'll show us, oh, you beat Belor, and there's 2 tiles in arena. But Manticore is just in chapel normally.
Yeah, and I've thought about that quite a bit. Like, Manticore doesn't shuffle mostly because of the room. I think there just isn't a great solution to it. And the very end of Forbidden is full Lehman and a candle. Could be required red soul.
Flame Man right next to the Rippers.
Did not fight the box of Rippers to see what they might have.
For shame.
I still kind of miss mimics and item locations.
I remember being told that that was a thing for this randomizer, like 2 years ago. by a very prominent player. And I just was like, that's possible, and I never saw it.
Yeah, I don't think it's in fuses. It was in the Abyssinum Rando. Along with such things as books costing $0 in the shop.
Wow. It sounds like a very different time. There's Death Down for Derxu, so can get some of that good shop for himself. All the expensive healing. Oh, that's why it was a duplicate Fleeman, because it drops from death.
Understandable. And we're finally going to get to see what this item is in Cemetery.
And Derxu is also on the correct route now. Fleeman!
Attack!
Amazing.
So that's go mode.
Yeah, and a lot of good gear, so Vlad should be good to win now. Win the game, not necessarily the race. We'll see.
Yeah, only thing I would think is if you want to go back and sell some of the other items you've picked up to get some of those full heals.
Just some curry could be good. You're high enough level that you want to get the bigger healing items now.
Derxu was in the tank about how to hit that soul canister on the ledge, but yeah, not gonna be easy without flight.
Yeah, no kicker this seed to get it.
And he's stuck in the box. Sleep out.
Yeah. You can slide! You can slide out!
Box is just too weird.
Yeah, box and like all those weird moving items. I wonder if there's some tech you can do with the wrecking balls even.
Alright, Derxu's got Archdemon. Heading over to that critical Hippogriff. Meanwhile, Vlad is into top floor again.
Succubus not hitting for 100, that's the gargoyle's job. There we go, Hippo.
And no drop from the Giant Ghost. So Derxu will have to pick it up, but is not too far from the Yellow Soul. Now has a copy of Book 3.
His second copy of Book 3.
This is a
Big
pretty
damage on Graham.
yeah. Graham plus attack resist fire.
Yeah. Yeah, the Calibur to take over for Levitain here. Yeah, it's arguably the better choice anyways, since Graham does not resist Dark in the vanilla game, and Calibur just does more damage as a Dark weapon.
Alright, into phase 3. Still nothing in our accessory slot.
Maybe we'll find a rune ring after Graham.
I think he picked up a skull necklace.
That was a random drop from Big Golem. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
If he gets hit again, he'll have 2 HP, I believe.
Actually, maybe Vlad doesn't know where Garden is.
Oh no, it was 328, not 342. My bad.
The 16 HP victory.
Nope. So I can probably do this without healing. Yo, Kalimov. So does that mean Kicker and Chaotic?
Arena still
True.
exists.
Probably more likely there then.
With Graham defeated, Vlad is going to be heading for the floating garden to fight the next boss in the sequence, Julius. As Derxu is taking on Legion.
Gonna have a lot of levels from this.
Yeah, already at 19.
So maybe 1 or 2 more levels from it then.
Okay, Vlad knows where garden is.
Nice.
Oh, that's not the garden door. Okay, my mistake.
Oh, nice. Smile knows where gardens is. There we go.
It was almost there. There's the Rin Ring.
Yo, an excess no, Vlad! He's confident in that Levitain and Malphus strat.
It's
all he
definitely...
needs.
It works well. And
Yeah,
Rush.
With the Golem boost as well. I just think having Rune Ring, you already have Death Robe and Rush, may as well get it off more often.
And another plus defense, Julius. But he's weak to stone.
I think there was a Cataplepus in this seed. That's a long Rush Soul over there.
Got one segment defeated on Legion, hiding in the corner now. You don't need to beat all of the parts of Legion, you just need to deal enough damage to the core. However, if you want to get Legion's soul drop, you do need to dispatch all of the shell. Vlad putting on Arc Demon, healing up that MP. Julius is not hitting hard at all. Like, he's still a threat, because he's always a threat, but not too bad. In
Yeah,
fact,
and he's also taking damage.
this is a really interesting effect here where his like kicks and stuff are doing more than the whip.
There's Legion down.
Ule. So that Legion victory has put Derxu up to quite a high level.
22, yeah. Very good. Lots of HP there, almost 600.
I would say most of these seeds finish around generally the 10s or the teens.
Yeah, I see a lot of like 16s, 17s. That's right around where a single Valor kill will take you. Plus just general combat in the seed. Going for the Headhunter too. Just all these boss kills.
Way back when we had a Super Jet weekly seed where both players were on Chaos when they were like levels 8 and 12.
At least it wasn't stat rando, so that Chaos didn't have plus defense, plus HP.
Yeah, that's true. Got plenty of MP for Devil here, and Julius
There we
is
go.
down.
Very nice. Bat for Derxu.
I forgot to mark his Hippogriff a while ago, so there we go.
Nothing chaotic.
Not even
Shame.
Kicker.
Kicker in arena. But it does actually, it's all honestly better. These are very high weighted checks. We could see some good weapons here. But really the only thing is that you'd want to be Claim Excalibur or Final Sword.
Yeah, I believe that was a steel plate, which is not worth the trouble we're walking over to pick it up.
Well, just because Death's Robe is arguably the best piece of armor in the game.
Yeah, and it's more fashionable.
True.
Derxu has found a way into top floor.
And the other end to Clock Tower. Calibulg.
Already got one of those. Dainsliff. I mean, maybe
Minus
Chaos
attack.
is weak to dark.
Yeah, maybe. Minus attack, Shadow Knight. Don't really need to be worried in this last. Oh, okay.
Wow. Well, at least that's the last Demon Lord.
Yeah. It's very out of the way, so you usually don't get hit by that, but one wrong turn, now you've taken half your health.
And at 40 minutes and 20-some seconds when he's chosen what he wants to equip.
30 seconds.
Derxu got Shadow Knight. 32 seconds. Vlad is entering the Chaos fight.
One shot, Derxu, please. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Plus defense. Thankfully, plus defense doesn't do anything to the eyes or these statues. Zero defense plus 100% of zero defense is still zero defense.
Yeah, I don't believe we have a source of water damage, but not too worried about that.
Just Levitain and Malthus chaos fight, you know? You take what you can get. This is a classic.
Yeah, the big question is, how long is the core going to take? We've got Archdemon Rush Soul all day. Or as long as our healing holds out, anyway.
Did Vlad equip Golem?
I mean, probably. It was
Yeah,
a long time.
yeah. It's not like you come in right after with school is still on.
Derxu is determined to open this door back to Castle Corridor.
Nope. Still got that school though.
Well,
Yeah. Has the thought. Probably caused by, oh, I didn't get MP for that. What do I have equipped right now? Ooh.
Bone
got
Dragon,
healer.
I'm walking here.
One shot for Vlad right now. No more healing, but a lot of MP healing. Probably just wants to go for a 2-eye and then rush down the core.
I believe he's got Final Guard as well, so that could be its own form of healing.
My favorite way to heal from a wound is to not take the wound in the first place.
Derxu has found Arena.
Very nice.
It's unfortunately not where he needs to be.
3 eyes down. Got that Lilith, got that Death's Robe. With the amount of mana prisms, this could work just to take Chaos down right here.
Yeah. It's not plus HP or anything. Just start chugging them. And if something looks like it's gonna hit you, you can hot swap.
Yeah. Kick her in the Malthus spot.
That's what we're calling it now.
You know, I think that's what these runners are going to be calling it. Forget Levitain. They care more about Malthus.
And I want to say looking good, but Chaos can combo you at any time. That was a dangerous DVD orb right there. Alright, mind ups. Alright.
Very nice.
GG and congratulations to Vlad, who takes the set.
Moves on.
Yeah, and now needs to deal with Barracks.
Series of those were seeds. The first two not very good, but that third seed is very good, honestly. Sub 45, pretty good time.
Yeah,
some good final fights.
The main like tough part of it, I would say, was finding top floor, but like still needing items kind of guided you into it as well. And Derxu's out of arena.
Hello, Vlad. GG's.
Hello, thank you.
Third seed, third try. I got you that Malphus and Levitane you wanted.
Yeah, it is. Give me those and I'm fine.
Do you know if you had an accessory equipped at the end of that last Chaos fight?
Yes, I think I equipped the skull necklace.
Amazing.
Yeah, right, perfect.
Just a few points of defense, you never know.
Yeah, I was scared about the 1 point of luck mattering, but it was okay.
Yeah, how do you feel about those seeds? Give us your impression.
Well, C2 was obviously quite unusual and reminded me of how not used we are to playing without Malphas, at least for me. And yeah, on top of other little things that made it very difficult for me. The other two were fine. I felt C1 was pretty average. I didn't play too well towards the end, but it was good enough for a winner. And C3 I really liked with the early great damage outputs and early Hippogriff too.
Having slide in this one was like so much of an advantage for you being able to get into study and go down that chain of areas that was behind it.
Yeah, I don't remember where I got slide exactly. Was it in the eastern thing or?
It was above Hammer.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so Derxu has just now seen his blue book and also picked up the red soul and saw that it was a second copy.
Yeah, because both forms of flight behind that slide lock and clock tower wrapping in on itself, so you couldn't get in there from either route.
And pretty much the last thing he has to do is come in here to Cemetery.
Yeah, because there's a book in here, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, he just kept getting locked out of places because he did not find slide very quickly. And because Bat was behind that whole area chain, there was not a way of getting another item that would help you.
Yeah, like getting access to the arena was definitely a very big early game advantage. And that it made it all flow perfectly. Can definitely see how bad it could be if you don't get that. Has he found the garden yet?
Yeah, he has the rune ring from there.
Oh, was there a rune ring there?
Yes.
Check.
You hippoed up at it, you saw it, and then just skipped past it. No.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was in that first room that you come in at the top.
It's okay, Skull Necklace is basically Rune Ring.
Yeah, well, I had exactly enough mana prisms to win the fight, so I didn't need mana.
We also really appreciated the coordinated names for this seed, which were uncoordinated, I believe. You both just really wanted Malthus.
Yeah, well, after the second seed, who wouldn't?
That's fair, that's fair. You know, Derxu had Malthus at a ripe, ripe fast 30 minutes. It seems plenty early, Easy.
Did he beat Legion early in that second seed, or was he smart and just avoid the fight entirely?
He avoided the fight. Totally. I was like, alright, Vlad. 7-minute Legion fight. But I think that also cost him just less levels for later on, but made it work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure had I won that fight instead of losing at the very end, I would probably have been at some kind of advantage in that second seed, but he was rewarded for being smart, which is fair.
Levels were a huge problem for him in the first one, because he was trying to fight Julius at level 10, whereas you were 19 at the time, I think. And then he just left and said, I'm gonna go find bosses that'll give me levels.
The Scram does not do a lot of damage.
Yeah, kinda got lucky on the attack front with the endgame bosses this time.
Well, when you have both Keladbolg and Levitain, nothing can go too wrong, I guess.
Very
And a
true.
Death's Robe.
And a rune ring. Oh wait. Yeah, great play for me for all of these seeds. Except Legion, Issues on that Legion fight, but otherwise, really good. Sticking it out, these are some tough seeds.
Yeah, I had a couple bad plays at the end of Seed 1, but the bosses weren't too easy. And Seed 3,
Wow.
I think I played really well. Got lucky and played well, which is usually a good combo.
Luck is very important, not a core skill. How are you gonna prepare for your next race?
I don't know, maybe
match?
look at my opponent's name and then figure it out.
I mean, I can tell you your opponent's name right now.
Oh.
This is this guy named Barracks.
Oh, right. Oh, so I will not prepare at all, of course. I will just go into the race blind.
That's what I do. That's why I'm in losers. I'm looking forward to our match. It'll be a good distraction from finals week.
Oh, Derxu actually reset out of the ring.
No.
Oh,
It's
what's
coming
the
from the
cut?
side to get it over here though, so we might grab it again.
Or he might have died out of it, that's also a possibility. He had to redo some things in this seed.
Yeah, there we go, just grabbing it again. Good memory.
Yeah, in all three of these, there was like some unexpectedly nasty regular enemies that hit you both for just tons of damage.
I remember, I think, second seed plus attack Curlies killed both of you within 10 seconds of each other.
Oh yeah, those were horrendous, especially in the upstairs spots where it was so hard to not get hit.
Yeah,
With
same
the
room too.
Short range. Was it Kunitsna?
No, that sounds right. Maybe Yasutsuna?
Yeah, I think it was
This
Yasutsuna.
seed, from what I remember. Derxu's like 2 levels off of 600 HP.
Yeah, he did both the Balor and Legion fights in this seed, so he's sitting at like level 22 or 23 right now. 23,
Oh,
I
did he
think.
get Legion later than I did with Levitain?
Yeah, and part of it was like he was so late into getting into study.
Yeah, I guess then it all delays everything. I know this time I wouldn't do the mistake again. When I got the Legion, only had Calabolg, was like, nah, okay, I got burnt once. Let's be reasonable.
Yeah, there's some strategies that can make it a little easier, but it just takes a long time. I think he rolled plus HP in all three.
Yeah, plus HP. When I saw plus HP, I was like, nope. I guess the amount of extra HP can vary from seed to seed. Like, plus HP doesn't always mean the same thing.
Yeah, it's actually a range. It's between 50 and 100% if
God.
it goes up. And the down range, I think, is like minus 20 to 40%.
That sounds right.
I was hoping you would know so you could correct my misinfo, but it's in the Discord.
I'll go find the screenshot. I have it in a channel.
By the way, join the Castlevania Randomizer's Discord, where we talk about things like this.
Stats nerfs are 20% to 50%. Buffs are 40% to 100%.
Okay, swap my 40 and 50 then.
When it rolls stat changes, there are 3 cycles. Each cycle has a 75% chance of adding a stat change. The bosses are an exception. If they have not received a buff yet, the 3rd cycle is guaranteed to yield the buff. And there's Julius down. Almost runs into the holy water on his way out.
Alright, just gotta watch out for the Demon Lords and he should be okay. Especially in this room. Okay, got by just fine.
You gotta get the duplicate Calabolg. You gotta do it.
I mean, maybe we can just use the Y button that's totally on a Game Boy Advance and dual wield.
Yeah.
Kinda like Shinoa.
Yeah, this is Castlevania Dawn of Ecclesia, right?
Alright, managed to avoid that Demon Lord, so he's home free. Oh, there was one of these seeds where one of the last bosses was weak to stone as well. We were wishing you had the Milliken sword at that point to give it a try.
Oh, Betrayal is great. Do they have that?
That was in Reservoir.
Yes, it probably did. If it was not Eastern. Should have tried.
It wasn't Eastern, I think it was in, well, it wasn't in the Breakable Wall either. Maybe the Giant Worm Room? Oh, those are 2 pretty meaty hits from the diamonds. But heading into phase 2.
Those multi-hits should be really good for taking out the eyes. So you gotta time your jump specific way to hit them, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little easier. Can't take a combo from this HP.
Nice dodges though.
I'd like to see him equip Golem. Good use of Hippo there. Nothing immediately threatening except straight down, so just stay in the air.
Yep. Corralling the green orbs as well. We're up to 2 damage on the core.
Big.
Eight, we're getting better.
Yeah, some really good dodges so far this fight. And a nice triple hit strategy as well.
Yeah, this is always so fun when you can pull it off. Feels so good. Wow.
That big wall was close.
4 eyes down.
Hit.
Devil and Lilith coming out, triple 84s. Got some MP healing, didn't buy as quite as much as you, Vlad. I got that Mana Prism and a couple more Mind Ups.
Yeah, there we go. GG's for Derxu as well. Finished all 3 seats. And we'll see if Derxu would like to join for an interview as well. You can chat.
Derxu has added a comment. Last stat rando ever, lol. Yeah, I can see that. And we are joined by Derxu. Hello.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on those seats? We've read out some of your comments on race time.
well, the third one was okay. I mean, the third one, like, I kind of forgot that I still had those 2 checks in Forbidden Area, and I was there in the beginning, and I didn't have Schooler at this point. I saw this 2, like, well, if it's there, I'm gonna go back later. And I had this giant golem fight with like 10 damage. There's no way. I'm just gonna come back later. I saw the colored bulk in the shop, and yeah, well, I forgot. And then I remembered, hey, there was this area I didn't do. Probably something's gonna be there. Well, it was there. Everything was there. Yeah. The first one, it's been a while, and it's been a few area transitions since the first seed. But I remember it was not too... that it was the first one was the seed with like no damage output. Yeah. I mean, like 3 damage versus Julia's, 2 damage and like 20 with the Rush Cell is not good. And yeah, I don't know. It was rough.
Yeah, it was ended up being pretty grueling.
Yeah, I mean, second one had the damage, but it does hit it. The second one did not have movement, like especially Malphas. Which I appreciate even more to have like in further. It's like it's so important to have like this double jump you just take for granted because you have it every time.
Yeah, it's such a
mean-
huge quality of life item.
Mm. I mean, if you at least have hippogriff, like movement through like corridors is acceptable, right? You can move, but if you only have giant bat for like height movement, it's so awful. Like you have to wait for the MP bar to go back up. Like it's so awful.
Yeah, we saw you doing some dances. I think Vlad actually had a little trouble as well, even with Hippogriff running into the spike ceilings and clock tower.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. This is awful. I mean, the third seed was like okay movement-wise. We had, I mean, colored bulk right at the shop. At least I mean, we couldn't afford it right away, but at least knowing it is there, it's like you have this super strong weapon. Like you have to find something else for chaos, but everything else which is not like resistant to dark is you're fine. So yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, it's always nice knowing that it's there, even if you can't get it,
Mhm.
especially just in the starting shop as well.
Yeah.
But it really didn't help you out much for buying healing from the shop if that's something you wanted. There were like those really expensive beef curries, I think.
Yeah. That's like some problem you always have with like the shop rando, right? I mean, sometimes you have incredibly cheap healing, incredibly cheap good stuff, and sometimes just super expensive.
Well, here the cheap mana prisms were pretty
Well,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, it does make me miss the old days a little bit with vanilla prices, no starting money.
Yeah. I don't know, and also like stat rando is something. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I do get used to it, but
Yeah, I
probably.
think sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think when people were testing it initially, they thought it was a little too mild, and that's how we ended up with what we have now. I feel like it could use a little scaling back.
Well, my point on that would be that stat rondo on bosses and leaving basic enemies the way they are would be good. Like you still get the nice late game fights, and you don't get trounced by random garbage enemies in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, something like a required HP plus defense legion. You have to fight with Loki.
No, my stance is that bosses should have a guaranteed weakness to counteract like the guaranteed buffs. Just let us use our elemental weapons more often.
Yeah, but then please give us a weapon that's like that takes advantage of that weakness, right?
Yeah, give us Millikins, give us Rayabs, give us Runton.
Yeah, so many possibilities for sure.
Yeah, the one time we saw a chaos weak to curse and they had the Muramasa was kind of amazing.
That was great.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyways, GG, Vlad.
Yeah, just see you too.
Yeah, thank you.
Different races.
Yeah, and good luck in the further tournament. It's been fun. Some cool matches, and yeah, thanks for organizing the tournament. Thanks for having us. Thanks for commentating, tracking, and restreaming everyone who was involved.
Yeah. It's been a good time.
Yeah,
If you enjoyed... Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
And thanks to you for playing, and we'll see what we cook up for SG Live as well, because Aria is going to be a part of that.
Enjoyed watching our runners just with some really rough seeds, but still finishing them out. Links in chat. My link and Smiles link's also in chat. If you'd like to keep up with the Aria tournament, there's information in chat as well. Yeah, thanks to everybody who stopped by to watch and cheer on the racers. It's been a good afternoon, good evening.
And I think with that, we will end it off here. Thanks to Barracks for commentating along with me, and thanks to you two for fighting it out in this one. And have a good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.